Imagine stepping into the highest echelons of corporate law. This is an ecosystem engineered for a very specific type of mind. It is a world built entirely on subtle cues, rapid-fire networking, and an aggressive, unspoken social code that dictates every interaction. Success in this environment demands flawless execution of unwritten rules. You have to instinctively play office politics, strategically charm partners, and immediately read the emotional temperature of a room the moment you walk through the doors. If your brain is not naturally wired to navigate this rigid labyrinth of social expectations, the system expects you to fail. Enter Woo Young-woo. She is a brilliant rookie lawyer who is on the autism spectrum. By every traditional metric of this highly competitive environment, she arrives at a massive disadvantage. To her colleagues, her struggles are highly visible. Mundane office obstacles become monumental tasks. Timing her steps to pass through a revolving door requires intense concentration. Holding eye contact with a senior partner feels nearly impossible, marking her instantly as an outsider. So a central question emerges: how does someone who struggles with basic social interaction enter an arena demanding absolute social mastery and become the most formidable attorney in the courtroom? Her perceived social deficits act as a smokescreen. Beneath the surface struggles lies a highly specialized cognitive advantage. She processes information in a way that this deeply traditional legal system is completely unprepared for. Society typically views autism through what psychologists call the deficit model. When her colleagues look at her traits, they see only limitations. They see behavioral quirks that need to be managed, hidden, or overcome simply to fit in with the rest of the firm. But Woo forces a complete cognitive shift. If we look at how standard legal problem-solving operates, a typical lawyer follows a strict, linear path of reasoning, only to crash right into an invisible roadblock of social bias and assumption. That is the traditional lawyer's trap. They become entangled in emotional attachments, messy office politics, and a rigid adherence to how things have always been done. Woo shatters that linear approach. Her mind branches out, completely bypassing those roadblocks to reach the solution from a surprisingly clear angle. Consider one of her specific traits on the autism spectrum: hyperfixation. She possesses an encyclopedic retention of legal code. While other lawyers scramble to look up the exact phrasing of a decades-old civil statute, she has it memorized down to the punctuation, providing an unmatched objective baseline of legal facts. Compare this absolute data retention to the way her neurotypical peers operate. They frequently rely on gut feeling, anticipating a judge's mood, and maneuvering through the social hierarchy of the courtroom to win arguments. The contrast is striking. While the rest of the firm exhaust themselves playing a highly subjective game of social chess, Woo is executing pure, unfiltered data analysis. This cognitive distinction becomes critical when the legal system fails those who need it most. Time and time again, we see scenarios where a marginalized or misunderstood client slips right through the cracks of standard legal defense. This is where her lateral thinking takes over. She draws connections from unexpected places, often using her deep understanding of marine life to bridge the gap between a complex legal dispute and a specific solution no one else in the room had considered. Her mind utilizes advanced pattern recognition to locate obscure legal loopholes. Neurotypical minds often miss these connections because they are constrained by their own ingrained assumptions of how the law is supposed to function. To understand her method, look at the difference in processing data. Most lawyers view a case clouded with dense, overlapping noise from social context and emotional baggage. By removing that heavy layer, she isolates the raw, undeniable facts of a case, illuminating exactly what is true under the law. The direct impact of this method is the protection of her clients. Her legal maneuvers serve as a literal lifeline, guiding vulnerable individuals out of an institutional machine that is often built to prioritize efficiency over the specific truth of a person's situation. Her neurodivergence ensures she stays focused on those raw facts when others would be swayed by social pressure. In a system where the truth is often obscured by noise, her clarity becomes the only effective defense for those the world has already written off. The impact of Attorney Woo reaches beyond her courtroom verdicts. Her presence forces a shift in the daily operations and the culture of the firm itself. As she racks up undeniable legal successes, her skeptical colleagues and fierce rivals are forced to look inward. They have to confront and actively dismantle their own prejudices about what capability looks like. They realize she never needed to be fixed or cured to exist in their space. In reality, her unique mind and uncompromising honesty provide the precise insights that this traditional system lacked. This suggests that effective solutions often come from the perspective society is quickest to dismiss. When a system adjusts to accommodate a mind like hers, the institution itself becomes more capable of delivering justice to a broader range of people. If you want to explore more stories that challenge how we perceive the world and the people in it, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel.